Hi, it's Lonnie. Welcome to Grace Blossoms for You. If you've been here before, welcome back. We are continuing with July Junk Journal Challenge 2025, and that is hashtag JJJC2025. And the prompt today that we're working on is maps. And I decided how fun would it be to make clusters. So what I did was I cut a bunch. Well, I cut, but I also tore some map, some scripture out of a book, not out of a Bible. I have a really old Bible that I'm wondering what I'm going to do with it because it was somebody's family Bible at one point, but it's missing the front, so I have no idea when it was even published. But I want to use it somehow, and yeah, I have no idea. It's huge. I bought it for $3 at the thrift store, and it just seems a shame for it to just sit there some more. But it's waiting for me. When I'm ready, then it will be ready. Okay, so clusters, what I have some scrapbook paper. That was this huge design. I didn't think I was going to use it for much specific anyways. So then I also got some cross-stitch pattern paper. And this is part of that ugly masterboard that I made. And I think this is actually going to surprise me in this project. Some music sheet and the map. I have kept all of it fairly neutral, except maybe for the map. A little bit of gold on here, and a little bit of brown, but that's also neutral. So I was thinking I have some doodads here that I could use, and we could make some clusters. So let's see how this goes. I was initially going to staple. I also got some lace, and maybe I'll just cut a few pieces. I don't want them to be overwhelmingly big because there's usually going to be more lace on the page if that is the goal. Just a little bit of what do you call that? Interest in the cluster. Alright, got my hot glue gun in case I want to put some lace and that on there. Need a separate pile for this. Move that. Alright, so I think I want the map kind of up top. And then maybe, usually I only do like 3 pieces. And have one kind of, I don't know, I like to work in 3s. So let's see. Like that edge because it's rough cut. Don't know, do we need to be able to read the words? This is probably the challenging part, is to just get them the way you want them. There, that would work too. I have them staggered, and they should meet right about there. Okay, so that's the base. One done. And then we'll just keep going and grab some different pieces every time. If you just make the bases, then you can always finish them off with something later on. But yeah, today's word is maps. So we will definitely try to put a map in each one. There's a long cluster. I kind of like that idea. Alright, since maps is the focus, we'll try to put those in at the beginning. Some of these could obviously go horizontally as well. Why not? So here I've got 4 page pieces. Don't mind that either. What I do kind of mind is how much that sticks out. That masterboard is a good accent piece, but kind of don't want it to be front and center. This looks pretty rustic, I gotta say. And I think I like it. Okay. A little bit of color. This is Psalm 31. Just happened to pick that one up today. I do like some of the words to show. And I'm not going for an obvious shape, but I do like it to look pleasing to my eye before I put it together. Okay. Just making sure my camera was on. Nice big piece there of the masterboard. Oops. Well, that's not a very happy verse. Sounds like modern day what we're going through here. Verse 9 is better. But yet in thee, O Lord, I've trusted. With thee, my God, I'll stand. My times are in thy hand. Deliver me from all my haters. Let me no longer languish in my distress and anguish. Hey, that rhymes. Kind of feel like I'm trying to hold a deck of cards here. That's a pretty big cluster. But usually I think my clusters are fairly small, so this should work. Alright, I'm just going to put that heading of the psalm there. I think the trick, if there is one to these, is to just stagger them. Make them different heights and widths. And just play with them till you like what you see. Okay. Maybe need to So I hope you're doing well. I'm trying to film ahead, so we just had a weekend, which was nice. Lots of thunder showers and stuff. That just keeps it kind of interesting. Yeah, something's not sliding quite right here. Okay. Hope you don't mind me fast forwarding through a lot of this because just I don't think it's probably very exciting until you get to the now look at that. I ran out of the bark paper and the masterboard, and right away I feel like I need something with a little more I had inked all my pieces before, but now of course I need more. Which one did I ink? This one. I got lots of map pieces here. Maybe I need to add a few more. That one is pretty small. Something like that, maybe. This one's a little more square. Sometimes it's the most unlikely pieces that end up surprising you, so I'm hoping that's going to be the case today. Try to make a bigger one, like a tall one. Don't want all our pieces to be the same. I don't really like to put in sad verses. Let's talk about fear and slander, conspiring plots, scorn. Yeah, they don't really go with this project. We'll put in some music instead. Needs a little more. Okay. We are getting to the end. I need another piece for the last one. It's only 2 pieces. I still have some masterboards, so I guess that will be the participant here. Of course, why is it always the last one that gives me issues? There, maybe have to stick both of those out. Okay, how many did we get? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Hey, that's not bad, considering I wasn't trying. All right, so if we do some lace. I made these flowers watching Hazel at Hazy Crazy Arts, and they're quite fun, and I haven't used them yet. Maybe on some of these darker ones they would kind of pop. So let's try that. I will put these to the side, I guess, for now. Alright, so I'm just going to put them over the staple, that way they don't show so nice or so much. And then just kind of cover that up. There. Now if I was using different glue, I would probably add just a little bit of something to keep these together better. Okay, so that's not great, but it's our first one. Let's see what happens. I also have some tickets. Could have used these as the base, but didn't think of it. Maybe one of the lighter ones that doesn't have so much. Was it this one? There we go. And then maybe just a little flower or something. I still have all these seals that I made. Yeah, something like that. Because on their own, these don't have to look fabulous, because you're going to add them to something on a page. And by the time you do that, it will look amazing, I'm pretty sure. That's my thought process. Alright, so I got these little flowers at the thrift store. I thought, why not? I don't want them too bright because that will take away the neutrality. Okay, so something like that. I don't know if I should even use this. This was an experiment. I think I'm keeping it until such a time when it'll actually look good on something, so maybe not today. That lace doesn't really show up. That's a real flower. Nope. Don't mind that. I have this piece of lace just laying around. I wonder if it would make this look better. I think it would have to be put down before. It's kind of got this, maybe if we did it this way. No, I didn't like that. Oops. I thought I had an idea, but it was kind of too late to execute it after I discovered I didn't like it. It's too late to change it, but oh well. It's another cluster that can be used. And you know, if you love these too much, you're never going to use them. You're just going to think to yourself, oh, I must keep that for a special occasion. I don't know what I'm going to do with my chair. It's so squeaky. I'm sorry. It's a very dark purple. That'll work fine. Maybe we just need more lace instead of just this little piece. Lace always tends to stick to itself, so let's see, maybe I have one that's better than the rest. I made quite a few of these. So what this is Hazel just took some watercolor paper, doodled a flower, different kinds, and then just popped some watercolor, some really dark stuff in here. And they're quite striking. I do like them. So I'll do that. I'm trying to cover up the staple. And this one has two. That's okay. Alright, we're getting down to the end here. Nice. Some I don't think really need lace. I can't seem to sit very still these days. I hurt my tailbone, and so now the chair is more squeaky even. Yeah, that's way too much. I haven't used any labels yet, but you totally could. Or you could put some birds in there. I think this would be too hard to ink, so I'm not going to. I also feel like it needs the right background. That's not bad. I'll do that one. I'll use my other glue though. Yeah, I like making clusters, but I don't really get around to it very often. So when I do, I like to make a bunch. Not bad. What else have I got laying around here that could be used? I have some more of this lace. That works. Put that on here. There, this way they're a little bit different. Hey, so I found this drywall stuff. Drywall tape. It's self-adhesive. You can cut it, you can stretch it. I don't know about tearing it. Maybe not tearing it. You'll stretch it if you try to tear it. It had this little thing at the end of it so you could find the end, and then I couldn't get it off. All right, you can also take these strands out like you would, what is that called now? Burlap. And you can make it like ratty-tatty. You can color it. I was experimenting earlier. Just started. I put some on a back of a sticker sheet so I can pull it up again. Look at that. It left a nice... I'm going to enjoy playing with this, I think. So yeah, that's just ink. And I don't know, maybe I should have inked this too, but I thought it might be fun to put on a couple of these. Again, you can fray them. They add texture. I kind of hide the stapler. I didn't ink them completely, so there's just a hint of grunge there. And then I could put that. I'll save a couple of them for, if nothing else, then ideas to do it again, because I like that. Need more glue. Yeah, I still have some lace as well. Kind of want to make a... Yeah, I found a huge roll of that drywall tape on Amazon, and I thought, oh, I'm going to do that. It's not a new idea, but it's new to me. And for how much was in that roll, I think it was 6 inches wide, and it was 75 feet long. And it was, I think, just over 10 Canadian dollars. So I thought, can't really go wrong with that because I can use that in so many places. So many ways. All right, I do like these. I like some of them more than others, obviously, but let's see. Where would I use them? Oh, I forgot one. This one. I have a heart. Reminds me of I left my heart in San Francisco because of the map, but that one has Alaska on it. There. That drywall tape kind of looks like lace on there. Cool. 11 clusters, all done from scratch. And yeah, the inking and the cutting in the first place probably took the longest. Now, I'm going to add this to my ideas journal somewhere. Maybe here, why not? And the fact that it's a map. Do I want to use that one? Or do I want to use... I think I'll use this one. has the map. I want an obvious map. That one. Oops. Now, clusters can be used as excellent tuck spots. So I'm going to put this piece of paper in here. And I'm also going to write on it. If I can find a pen. There we go. So use maps. Since this is for Junk Journal July Junk Journal, pardon me. And I will put Leigh's link at the bottom. Not too late to join because you don't even have to do all the prompts. It's just so relaxing. You can do whatever you want. And I'm actually going to put this here. Hope you can see that. Okay, so hashtag July Junk Journal Challenge 2025. Okay, and then the just need a little piece of paper. I'm trying to keep a track of what ideas I got from whom. And so the flowers doodled in watercolor at Hazy Crazy Arts. That way, when I go to make more, I will remember who I got the idea from. Okay. All right. So that's what I did today for that challenge. So let me just kind of spread them out. See the 10 that we have left. There's a few different ideas here anyways. So let me know if you are participating in July Junk Journal Challenge 2025. Just for fun. I'd like to know who's watching that's actually doing it. Okay. There they are. Alright, so I hope you enjoyed that and maybe got some ideas. Thanks for watching and we'll see you again next time. Bye for now.